check your channel.
Sometimes we laugh, sometimes we cry, but we know no matter what, we'll always have the time. Talk about the wastelands, talk about the Lord, talk about surviving radiation storms, talk about the doubts, talk about the fears, talk about the game we all love. It's Fallout through the years. That Fallout show.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of That Fallout Show. This is episode 47. 2020 is out of this world. I think. If it isn't, it will be soon. Hopefully.
Yep.
Forever and never returning. I am your co-host, Vendertron, joining us this evening on my left side, right here. Ooh, this one. Shalene. I can never do it. How you doing, Shalene?
I'm doing okay. How are you?
Good. And joining us also is Rick. Hey, buddy.
Hey guys,
High five.
I'm gonna look in this
Nice.
direction to make
High
it
five.
seem like
Just, right there.
I'm looking at you folks.
It
Oh,
always
yeah,
mixes
yeah.
me up too.
I just try to look both ways, like I'm in the middle.
How
It's
are
a
you
vendor
doing
sandwich.
today?
Brady. We're gonna Brady. Jesus.
It's the best kind of sandwich.
We're gonna Brady bunch it.
Yes. Yeah.
Mm.
How are you guys doing?
I'm all right.
Holy smokes. Doing good? Yeah? Everyone in the chat doing well? Happy Friday, everyone. Welcome to the show. Oh, man. We don't have a whole lot of stuff to talk about tonight, but some of it, most of it, all of it is very important. We're very excited to bring you some new content. Don't forget that you can share us on your social media. If you're on Twitter, on Facebook, etc., etc. Like and subscribe. Don't forget to host us live here on Twitch if you are watching right now. And follow the channel if you're listening afterwards. Twitch.tv/We Just Love Games, where we host That Fallout Show every alternating Friday, and in the off season, the Game Stack podcast as well. You can also send us some emails. We don't have any emails to report on, guys. I'm sorry to tell you. But we'd love to hear from our listeners. Please send us some emails. info@wejustlovegames.com. And like and subscribe and retweet on the Twitter's universe. So yeah, we've got some news to talk about. We're going to cover a little bit of the Ballistic Bargains. We've got some new content from Bethesda on that one. Also, I've added some new stuff in the show notes. They have some sales in the IRL merchandise shop. So, and man, Bethesda, they have got an awesome merchandise shop. Like, it's so good. When
They
I played
really do.
when I played Outer Worlds, I was like, what kind of merch do they have?
And then there's Bethesda with their shop, and it's like, I want all of it.
It's like millions and billions of dollars. Yes, billions. We're going to talk about our gameplay, i.e. Rick and Shalene are going to talk about their gameplay. And also, we're going to just banter back and forth the usual stuff that we love to talk about. I just
It's
ran
called
out of...
filler, folks.
The list ran out, so I forgot. And yes, but yeah. How are you guys doing? How was your week? Was it good?
You know what? I'm actually doing really well. Usually I'm like, well, it was a week. guys, it was a
I'm
week.
here. Don't talk to
I
me.
don't want to ever think of it again. But
She's shaking as she takes a drink of her soda or
yes,
something.
yes, exactly.
Flashing everywhere.
But this week was actually pretty good. I feel good.
Nice.
I achieved a lot at work. Yeah, I'm doing all right. I'm getting good grades. My future's so
Getting
bright.
good grades.
Gotta wear
What-
shades.
Whenever someone says I feel good, I think of What About Bob? And he's like, I feel good, I feel great, I feel wonderful, I feel good, I feel great, I feel wonderful. When he's trying to like calm down.
What's that scene where he's tied to the mast of the sailing boat?
Hello, I'm sailing
I'm
out
sailing.
on the lake with the water and the wind. Ahoy! Every time when I first started playing Sea of Thieves, that's all I could think of
Right?
in my head when I was
Bill Murray every single
Ahoy!
time. Every
I'm
single
sailing.
time. Oh, it's so good. Yeah.
Good movie.
Well, you look great. You guys look great. You look very alive and awake and peppy. So,
Good, the sexy filter's working.
oh, good. Yeah. Oh,
It's not working at I'm supposed to look like freaking Kim Kardashian right now, but although my face does look like an ass, so
Kim Kardashian without the Botox.
Shalene.
I never knew you wanted to be the first lady.
We should
Anyways,
move on.
So we've got some new people in the Discord. Rick, do you wanna welcome those new faces?
Sure. We would like to welcome Average Smoothie, Chris Drake, Famous Cryptid, Creighton Barrel, Steve Timely, It's John Locke, Chemcraft, and Ashpat.
Ashpat, welcome.
I always
welcome.
want to say Ashfall, but Ashpat.
Yes. And how can people get involved in the Discord?
Well, I believe there's a link below Moa, or somewhere on this page. Or you can just send us a message on Facebook or Twitter, or send us an email and we'll get you a link.
Excellent. Thanks, Rick.
Mhm.
And now, without further ado, let's talk about some news.
If you like news, you're gonna love our next segment.
I suppose I'm taking the news. Because normally Shalene does it, so I don't know what to do. It's like that time when I don't know. Anyway, so...
It's all you, boo. It's
Yeah.
all you.
I think this is the first time that we're actually talking about the Fallout TV series. We haven't had a chance because I really dropped the ball last week and we didn't have a show. So, Amazon Prime, you guys, is the original creators from Westworld, as you know, is teaming up with Bethesda to develop a Fallout TV series, which will be coming to Amazon Prime. And, of course, based off the Fallout video game franchise. And according to the creators of HBO's hit Westworld, Jonathan Nolan and Lisa Joy, they say that the harshness of the wasteland set against the previous generation's utopian idea of a better world through nuclear energy is what they're trying to capture in this new series that is coming up. So I'm cautiously optimistic, I think. I think that it's going to be interesting to see.
I think we can all agree it's going to look great.
I'm sorry,
It
I
is-
was giggling at chat.
Oh,
Joshy Neurotic says, I wonder if the show will crash the first few episodes.
the main character just falls to the floor. Like,
It'll just be endless buffering forever.
But I think we can all agree it's going to look good.
Mhm.
Like the cinematography and the sets and stuff.
Yeah, I
I'm
think
hopeful. I really am hopeful about it.
I'm cautiously optimistic. I don't think Westworld really holds the cheerful zingers that exist within the Fallout universe, sort of contrasted on this wasteland sort of backdrop. So I'm not sure that they can pull it off, but I'm curious to see how it will go.
Westworld does show that they can build a compelling world, though, with
Mhm.
with characters that's easy to get invested in.
That's right. Yeah.
I think if they stay away from the storylines of the games themselves, they will do fine no matter what. You know what I mean? But if they try to recreate Fallout 3 or 4 or 76 or anything like that, and I'm not talking about the world, I'm talking about the storyline. If they try to recreate that in a show, that's not going to work. That
Yeah,
won't work.
yeah.
So,
I'm
I
really
agree. I think it would be better if they tackled something new.
yeah, which would be
I-
stupid
Yeah.
of them to not do that.
and
Sorry,
it's
Vendor, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I was just going to say we've seen this before with other video games and movies that have become games or TV series that have become games. Crossing that plane is a tough thing to do. And I find that more often than not, the venture kind of snuffs itself out. And I think it's kind of a good thing why we never really had a Game of Thrones, open world video game or something like that.
Would have been terrible.
It would have been terrible, right? And who's
Would've
to
been so
say that
bad.
it's not going to be the other way around with the Fallout TV series? I'm curious to see what it's going to be like.
I'm still a little heartbroken about the fact that we're not getting another season of the Telltale Game of Thrones
Oh,
game, by
yeah.
the way.
True.
Iron from Ice guys.
Stranger
So,
Things, they tried to do it with Stranger Things, which actually
Well-
wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad, but
I don't think there's been, other than the Final Fantasy movie, Spirits Within, I don't think there's been a movie that's been based on an open world video game where you know what I mean? Like, because even The Witcher, I know that The Witcher is based on an open world game, but that's also based on the books.
Yes, The Witcher is more
So-
based in the books than it is in the games.
Mhm.
So I don't think we've ever had a movie or a show that was based on an open world game. This is like the first time it's been done. So I'm hopeful because they've got a plethora of stories. Like even Van Buren, they can take some of the concepts from that and run with it. So they've got a
Yep.
huge palette. And if they're like, we're gonna just retell, Vault 101 story, and like,
I
don't,
wouldn't be too
don't
surprised
do it.
if the game is based heavily around Fallout 4, though.
Yeah.
I hope to
expect
God that it is.
I expect that because Fallout 4 was, in my opinion, that's where Fallout went mainstream. That's where it broke away from being
Mhm.
something that us, the hardcore
Oops, sorry
gamer,
about that.
and it went out to people who
Frickin'
aren't
website ads.
necessarily,
Website ads.
necessarily gamers. And
You're right, Shalene. You're right.
I also, in Westworld, season 1 in particular, there's some pretty heavy Fallout 4 Institute vibes, like very heavy Institute vibes in the
Mhm.
first season of Westworld. And I feel like whoever was behind this had to have played a ton of Fallout 4. There's no way. There's no way.
And the idea of- sorry, go ahead.
Something else that's really interesting that I haven't heard anybody talk about is the fact that, remember we had that Westworld mobile game that was not only a blatant ripoff of Fallout Shelter, they were actually sued because they used some of the same code, which was recognized because the game had some of the same bugs.
Yeah.
So I find it interesting that Fallout is allied, that Bethesda is working with the creators of Westworld when they've already had this clash.
Well, the Westworld game was just licensed. It didn't.
It
I don't think it
was,
had
yeah.
anything to do with the studio or the TV show or even the creators of Westworld. So I would imagine that their beef was with the development company.
It is a
not-
really interesting little wrinkle, though. That,
But yeah,
that,
like I'm sure in the boardroom they're like, "Hey, remember that time?"
There was something thought-provoking that I had said previously in the Discord on the Fallout TV series, but I don't remember where I had posted it, and I forgot what it was, so clearly it wasn't that important. But just to go back to some of the existing TV series that are already out there, The Witcher, for one, which is incredibly popular. That is
Right.
a Netflix series that has had some pretty big impact. On June
It's based
20th.
off the book, not the game.
it is based
Correct.
on the books, but it does take a lot of inspiration from the games.
Yes. Disco Elysium television series was announced June 26th, and that's going to be happening. Also, Netflix is getting a 10-episode Cyberpunk 2077 anime
Really?
from
Before
Studio
the-
Trigger.
Before the game even comes out.
So
I'm now concerned for the quality of 2077.
2021, let alone. We'll see how it goes. I think that game developers are trying to break the mold. They're trying to find additional sources of revenue, and TV seems to be a logical answer for that.
I see on your screen that what you're looking at references Fallout Nuka Break, and
Yeah, a
I
Nuka
TV
Break was
series,
so good.
a Fallout series that already exists.
It was
I
so
hope
good.
it was good. I hope that they have like some incorporation in the show. Like it'd be really cool to see those guys in a bar scene. You know what I mean?
hmm
Like from Nuka Break. I think that'd be really cool and nice of them. But
And one thing that I would love to see within the Fallout TV series is incorporation of community. Because
Huh?
Bethesda is very
Oh.
community driven in the development of their own games, right? And so I wouldn't be surprised if we seen, some small references to some of the community members that have had an
Shoddy cast
impact.
and stuff like that.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Probably.
I'm not
I
sure.
I do also agree that Fallout 4 would be a great setting, mainly because with life imitating art and art reflecting culture and things like that. The idea of like the institute where they have synths that infiltrate and hide inside of thing, very much like the communist theme of "they're among you" kind of thing.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a really good, doubling on what Shalene said, it's a really good basis for some good drama.
I mean, a small part of me wants it to be like a soap opera.
What?
Like, I can't wait to see what happens to Rachel's
No.
baby in the cranberry bog next week.
I hope it dies because that would be horrible.
Shalene, I'm just saying what you were thinking. So,
Oh my goodness, that's brilliant.
what if
I
it's like a
think-
Survivor format?
Like a reality show?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Oh my gosh, that would be so great. That would be so great.
Can we roll this back to like fantasy casting, like who would want to see as protagonists and stuff?
Okay, who do you want to see as protagonists and stuff?
Well, I don't know about that, but as far as like the bad guy, you can either pick. I just want Javier Bardem to be a bad guy in this, because
You know who I would cast as the bad guy? Charlize Theron.
Oh,
I think
But they
she
could-
could
they
be.
could-
She has the potential to
She
be
would be a
incredibly
great-
terrifying raider.
I think
As
she
a
would be a great
raider.
vault person.
no, she'd be a good raider. Think like Mad Max, man. She had the shaved head and the paint.
Truth, yeah.
And actually, she kind of looks like the Rage girl, the Rage 2 chick. A little bit in my head. It's probably wrong. But anyway, you're right, Shalene. But Javier Bardem would be the head of the Institute. You know what I mean? He'd be the main bad smart guy, right?
I mean,
'Cause
there's
I
no
love him.
reason why some of the same characters from Westworld or some of the same actors from Westworld
Rachel Evan Wood.
will be in it. I mean, you know.
Who would be?
Okay. So I was frantically scrolling through Twitter for the last 5 minutes to find a Twitter post that is relevant. Laura J. Art is one of my favorite accounts to follow on Twitter. She's a fantastic artist, and she is also a notorious lover of Paladin dance. And she posted that she would cast Nick Bateman as Dance and Henry Cavill as Maxon. And I must say, I endorse this with my whole heart. I would love to see this, even as much as I'd like to see new characters. Oh my gosh, the casting would be
That's a good.
that would be beautiful. It would be beautiful.
I'll tell you who also needs to be. Timothy Oliphant would be pretty good. In it, because again, but Evan, you gave me a thought from the Westworld. What if they did like this, like? See, part of me wants a Western one. Like, I kind of want the Fallout
Yeah.
TV series to be like set in New Vegas, so you could see Cassidy, right? And Cassidy would be then played by Evan Rachel Wood. Come on, that'd be great.
I would love to see Liam Neeson make a cameo.
What about Hellboy? Why is this Nick Perlman?
Ron
Ron
Perlman.
Perlman. You
Of
gotta have
course,
Danny
Ron
Trejo.
Perlman has to be. He has to be
Oh,
involved.
he's gonna be the voiceover.
If Ron Perlman does not narrate this show, I'm gonna riot. Like that's he has to be involved.
We need some Canadian representation. Can we just sprinkle in some Seth Rogen and like
No.
maybe Mike
No.
Myers a
Nathan
little
Fillion.
bit?
Nathan Fillion. There you go. There's your Canadian. In the chat, they said Diego Luna as grown-up McCready, and yeah, that'd be Diego Laguna would be good in this.
I mean, let's just throw it all off the table, and we're gonna throw Betty White in there, and it's gonna be amazing.
She could be
She has
like
a-
Grandma Sparkle.
Yeah.
With a double barrel.
Oh my gosh, that
Um,
would be brilliant.
I would like-
I'm-
So what Fallout characters that exist within the game would you like to see a callback to, like Tabitha or
Some-
Trash
somebody
Can
said
Carla?
Somebody in chat said Hancock to be played by Bill Burr, and
Who's that?
that is perfect, absolutely perfect.
I've blanked on his name, but Rick the guy, Machete.
Danny Trejo. right?
Yes.
Danny
Yes, he'd be great.
Trejo.
Danny
Yeah,
Trejo
he would be
in it.
good. Yeah,
I don't think I'd like to see Ryan Reynolds in a Fallout. I just
he's too pretty.
he's
Although
yeah,
that would
he's-
actually fit well. A beautiful person in the backdrop of this terrible dystopian universe.
Betty White is old Miss Palmer.
Old
But I love the
Mrs.
Hancock
Palmer.
to be played by Bill Burr. That to me is just on point.
If they throw
angry
somebody novel in
Bostonian.
there like Arnold Schwarzenegger or something like that, I'm just gonna be like, nope, no thanks.
Oh man, that'd be fun.
I'm good.
I think
And
there's a
what
lot of
creatures and environments do you want to see? You know, I want to see like a special effects centaur.
They need to
How
bring back the
horrifying
centaurs.
would that be?
Yeah.
No.
And the
Give us a practical
Cazadors?
effects centaur.
Can we have some
Practical
Cazadors?
effects. Of course. Of course.
Vendertron is red green. Hey, if they don't find you handsome, they should at least find you handy.
He'd have to be a Mr. Handy then.
Oh, and do you think they'll have Stephen Russell voicing the handies?
Ooh,
I feel
hope
like they
so.
better.
I feel
I
like
really
they
hope so.
absolutely should. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Arnold can play a super mutant. Yeah, he could. He definitely could. There's a lot of ways you could go. I mean, it's just, yeah. I mean, it's
The problem with American film is that it can be overdone very easily, and then it just
No,
sort of
you
dies
don't.
out. And I
You
don't
don't
want that to
say.
be this, and
Stares at
that's
Die Hard
why I'm
series.
very cautiously optimistic about it. They tend to try to do it. They try too hard, and then it ends up like terrible.
I think the Westworld did really good.
Yes.
With the vibe and the feel, and I
Mhm.
think that combined with the aspects of Fallout, because Fallout is very well defined and grounded in its reality, and if they're making a show about this, they're clearly they'd be absolutely astronomically foolish to take it outside of that context.
Yeah.
And again, since Bethesda's kind of working with them on this, I mean, you really think like Todd Howard or Pete Hines are going to let them like screw this up royally? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
What do you guys think the odds are that they're going to film this around where I live? We've got the
Maybe
Book of
pretty
Eli.
good.
We've got the Book of Eli, which is the
Oh, really?
closest thing to a Fallout film that we've ever had. That was
Uh-huh.
filmed about 45 minutes from my house. They didn't even have to change much.
Resident
Like,
Evil, what was that one with Mila Djokovic?
Resident Evil.
Is it Resident Evil?
Yeah, but those
Isn't that
were,
like in the salt flats or whatever?
I don't know
I have
where
no
the
idea.
one episode was filmed kind of in the desert, but or episode movie. But yeah, actually, maybe if it's like desert westerny, which I hope it is, because I love westerns.
if they put it out here, if they film it in New Mexico, which New Mexico gets a lot of filming done here, because our state is very, very kind to film productions in terms of tax breaks and that kind of thing. So I'm gonna just totally try and like apply to be an extra or something.
Oh, we should be extra. But then turn, we should be extras here.
Also,
well-
with intern, we would like to be on the red carpet for the premiere. Thank you.
I'm just happy to sit in a bar and get shot by
Oh
whoever.
no.
As long
Red
as my head
carpet.
can explode.
We want to interview the actors for that Fallout show. It's going to be brilliant. I'll have my people call your people.
Who are your? Yeah.
Speaking of people, there's also some great other people that make things online, community-driven things, like Lego built Red Rocket stations and Sanctuary Hills homes. I don't know how to segue.
Wow.
Smooth as
Um,
butter.
Yes, Reddit user Jack3304 and friends have recreated 2 spots that you're likely to visit in your first few hours of playing Fallout 4. And one of them is the home from the Sanctuary Hills settlement and the Red Rocket gas station. And they've recreated this completely out of Lego. And it has been so impressive that it has actually gotten Bethesda's attention. Their official Twitter account for the Australian and New Zealand communities highlighted the pair of kits that were developed and mentioned that they really liked it and that it's bringing back some serious memories. I don't know if you guys have seen. Have you seen these? Have you seen
Yeah.
the pictures
Looking at
of the?
them now.
They
It's
look amazing.
amazing. The home for the Sanctuary Hills home is like it's so nostalgic. I just love it. It's amazing what you can do with Lego. Back in the day, we used to just build boxes and put a little window in it and call it innovative. It's crazy.
I was in a Lego building competition once.
Really?
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, Rick, you and your daughter are really into Lego, aren't you?
Mhm.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
big thing.
Yeah, it was fun. I was super young, and I remember like it started out as like a house building contest, like who can build the coolest house kind of thing. It was like an architect thing, and then I practiced building houses, and then when we got there, they're like, yeah, you can build whatever you want. And so they go to the first person and they dump out a set of random Legos, and it had like the big like arches from like the undersea sets and like cool doors and awesome pieces. And they go to the next guy and dump his Lego stuff out, and it was like space Legos
Mhm.
with like the canopies and the wings and rocket boosters, and they're dumping out all these Lego things, and they're like the cool set like pirates and stuff. And they dump out my Legos, and they're like from the 1950s. Like I had square blocks.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like what
yeah.
the. So I came in third.
So,
That's not bad though.
are you familiar with Lego
Show them.
Ideas, Rick? Lego Ideas?
Yeah. I think it's one of the coolest things ever.
So
And
Lego
they should
Ideas
submit this.
is a crowdfunded platform where people can submit their creations, their Lego creations, which has led to successful collaborations like Lego Friends Central Perk set from Friends. And so Jack3304 posted the Red Rocket design to Reddit with the title, and I quote, "Lego Ideas rejected this, so I guess I'll post this here." So it doesn't look like it will be something that you can probably buy in the future. But I would love for this to show up on the Bethesda merch store. It would be really cool. I don't know.
I think there are ways where you can create your own Lego sets and like upload the plans, and I think there's a way you can purchase the specific pieces and to make your own set. So,
Yeah. Anyways, so I thought that was a really cool story. If you guys are interested in looking at the pictures, check out the Bethesda _ ANZ Twitter account. They have posted it there. It looks really cool. And on top of apologizing for the fact that you will not be able to buy the Red Rocket or Sanctuary Hills Lego home, Bethesda offers another apology for the Fallout 76 season score bug, which offers additional problems in and of itself. Are you guys familiar with this whole fiasco? Because I'm not, because I don't
I'm
even
not.
know what score is. I don't even know what
So
this...
there's a bug. I believe it happens when you are logged on at the time that the daily challenges roll over. If you are in game at that time, then it just auto completes the challenges for you, so you're unable to earn score.
Yeah. I'm just seeing here. So players discovered that the bug was causing some sort of challenges to autocomplete without actually getting the score associated with their
There's no
account,
room.
which actually meant that they were missing out on the rewards for the season. So they fixed the bug apparently, and they've added more challenges. They're going to be exploring additional challenges to help players get back on track with their seasonal progress. And in addition to offering those new challenges, Bethesda has also decided to kick off other bonuses, including double experience, which was previously passed. I'm not sure if that's still ongoing.
No, it was ended on July 20th.
Okay, so and Xbox Game Pass is now, you can still get Fallout 76 through Xbox Game Pass. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So if
Yeah,
you're
on
interested,
PC as well as Xbox.
So yes, so if you're interested in trying out those seasons, and you've got the Xbox Game Pass, maybe check that out. You might like it, but apology
I've got a feeling
accepted.
can we, let's take a quick second and talk about the score, because I don't think we've talked about it on this show since we've had hands-on experience.
No, we
with it
really
this year.
haven't.
Great.
No.
Mhm.
And I find it really refreshing on how easy the challenges are again. Like, you can hop on, you can spend like an hour playing and knock out almost every single challenge, even the weekly ones, in one night. And it's just nice because it's not a super grindy feeling. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
We've dubbed it homework, but it's just fun to hop on and play a couple rounds of Nuclear Winter, and then like go into the thing and like craft some stuff or shoot some ghouls. And so yeah, I've been really happy with the season idea so far. What about you?
I have loved it. And honestly, I was a doubter before it launched. I did not
Jealous.
expect to enjoy to enjoy the season system and the score system at all. I was highly skeptical. I was skeptical, but I found that I really enjoy it, and it's kind of reinvigorated my love for this game in particular. Um, it is homework. We've dubbed it homework, and in many ways, it does turn some tasks of the game into homework. But I kind of love it anyway. I really enjoy having this checklist of things to do when I log on, and I like the idea of logging on every evening and taking care of that homework and running through my little checklist. And uh, as someone who actually really loves Nuclear Winter, um, that's been another wonderful thing for me, is that there's it's a reason to push us into playing Nuclear Winter. You know, it's we have a reason to play Nuclear Winter. So basically, I can get you guys to play Nuclear Winter with me every day, and it makes me happy.
It's not that hard to get me to play it because I like multiplayer stuff, you know. Um, and it's just nice though that for the most part they're not hard to do either. You know, if it would be one thing if it was every day and then like the challenge was like level up while wearing a clown suit on the 4th of July.
Oh, I
and, you know,
hated those challenges.
Yeah, they
I
were
hated
awful.
them.
So now it's just like level up, you know.
Mhm.
And that's really nice. I like the event stuff. The public teams are really cool. If you can
Public
find
teams
like a
are
nice
very
one.
cool.
Yeah, 'cause you get
That's
XP
another thing we
bonuses.
haven't talked about at all.
Yeah. So in the public teams, you can have a generic, you can have a building one, an events one, and I forget the other one. There's a fourth. Um,
I don't
Maybe
recall either.
workshops. I think it's workshops. But the idea is, you get into these public teams, and the longer you're in them, this little bar fills up, and then once it fills up all the way, you earn XP. So like,
Mhm.
or bonus XP. I think it's up to like 4 times or I forget 40% or something. I don't know. But either way, it's bonus XP. The generic team is just kind of you get bonus XP for doing anything. The events you get exploring. That's the fourth public team.
Mm-hmm.
And you just pop into it, and there's random people in there, and you can fast travel to them. You don't have to play with them. You know, you're just on the team. There's a big event. You know, everybody does the event together. You earn bonus XP. A lot of times those are connected to challenges, so you finish up challenges while you're earning bonus XP while playing with other people. And it's been a really we've done them a few times here and there. And then a little trick that Archon figured out is if you make a public team on a private server and join that, you can all get bonus XP while being on a team on a private server. The only downside is you can't build at each other's camps.
Right.
So, yeah. Or you have to pick the locks on the doors.
Another thing that I was talking with Archon about recently was that there's a regular challenge that's been buy or sell 3 items from another player, and this has kind of reinvigorated the economy. It's really picked up in-game buying and selling.
Mhm.
My camp is kind of remote, out on We Just Love Games Lake, and it's out of the way. It's not in a highly trafficked area. But since these challenges have been popping up, I've had people visiting my camp and buying plans from my vendor. And I know I've done a lot more purchasing from other people's machines as well. And it encourages me to travel to people's camps. And I love looking at people's camps. So that's another lovely side effect of the score system.
Yeah, I think it's a fantastic ad. It works pretty well. Every once in a while, the score will pop up that you've earned stuff, and it's like, I don't really know what I did, but all right, that's fine. I'm sure I'll take it. So it's I'm pretty impressed with how well it's smoothly kind of integrated into the game, minus that little bug where you were on that screwed everybody up. But the rewards are cool. The ghillie suit stuff is pretty awesome. It gives you atoms, it gives you gold bars, it gives you caps, it gives you lunch boxes. We didn't talk about the lunch boxes.
Lunch boxes are fun.
Yeah, so like the lunch boxes, if you remember in Fallout 4, you'd open up the lunch box and confetti would pop out and an item would fly out. And half the time glitch through the floor, so you're like, where'd the pencil go? But anyway, in this one, some of the rewards are lunch boxes. And what you do is you gather everyone around. You're like, guys, come here. And you go into your aid and you pick lunchbox and you open a lunchbox in front of you and it goes, and like the thing goes, and you get perks. You get like what are some of them, Shalene?
My favorite one is called So Much Cake, and it makes
Yes.
your hunger accumulate more slowly because you
Yeah.
had so much cake.
There's also like a goodie bag, I think, or something like that.
Gift bag. Gift
and
bag
that
gives you a
carry
bonus
weight.
to 15 carry weight.
Yeah. Plastic
There's
animals, which
Mhm.
gives you bonus damage to animals. So yeah,
there's
they're like
a
little
punch
perks.
one that affects your thirst meter.
I don't think I've had that one. So yeah, it's just like little fun things like that, and I'm like, oh, that's really nice of them to do, you know. And so yeah, I think it's a great thing. I'm a little bummed out. I don't think I'm going to be able to get all the way to the end,
Yeah.
just because I haven't been able to play as much. But
I also confetti. Archon mentions confetti. That's my favorite one. It's basically the Fallout version of the Halo Grunt birthday party skull. When you kill enemies, they explode in a shower of blood and confetti, and it's marvelous. It's just marvelous.
It is cool. I hope that becomes a mutation. Like,
that would
please,
be brilliant.
please, Bethesda Lords, make it a mutation so we can always have confetti popping out everywhere.
I also really like the layout of the game board for the legendary run. Your game piece represents Captain Cosmos and his little rocket ship, and you're coming up on the evil Captain Zorbo, or Dr. Zorbo, I think his name is, in his little ship.
Zorbo.
And I have been so determined to catch up with the evil Zorbo. I've been so determined. I think today's the day that I'm going to catch up with Zorbo. And I feel like it's a small thing. It's purely cosmetic. It's just it's a small thing, but it's really engaged me.
Yeah, I like it. I hope that I can catch up. I don't know if I'll be able to, but I'm hoping like the next double XP weekend, because they're probably going to do one more before it ends. I'm hoping to grind that out pretty good. But anyway, yeah. So 8 out of 10, Bethesda.
So you guys like it then?
Very
Yes.
much.
That's good. Sorry.
Yeah, we do.
That's great. Should we talk about some other great things coming out of Bethesda?
Let's
Yeah.
do.
Let's roll through our ballistic bargains. Shalene, you want to take this one?
Why, certainly.
What's going on in the Atomic Shop this week, Shalene?
Okay, this is the Atomic Shop weekly update for July 21st through the 28th. There is a free item available. It is the Felt Better icon. I don't like the abundance of player icons as free items, but this is a pretty good one. It shows a highly irradiated, just horribly skeletal and ill-looking Vault Boy, and I feel like this is all of us in 2020.
They should
This
have
is how
called
we
it
all
the.
feel.
They should have called it the
Lost the nose.
2020, but no, that probably would have been a bad idea.
Indeed. So that's available until July 28th. There are also some limited time offers and new items. The Hunter's Lodge Camp Bundle is available until August 11th for 1,200 caps. All of the following items are available until August 11th. There is a minecart cooking station for 500 atoms, a hunting lodge chair for 300 atoms, pallet wood wallpaper for 300, and pallet wood floors for 300. The Hunter's Lodge Camp Bundle includes the mounted sheep squatch head and rack, the minecart cooking station, the lodge chair, and the pallet wood wallpaper and flooring. So the sheep squatch head, the mounted sheep squatch head, this is like the only one that is an Atom Shop item that's not available just abundantly in the game. I feel like every other creature, you're swimming in plans for mounted heads of all of these other creatures. So I find it interesting that they decided to put one in the Atom Shop. There are also some items that will be leaving the Atom Shop soon. On August 11th, we will lose the prefabricated Red Rocket Garage. Archon picked that up, and it's actually really neat because the rocket on top, when you connect it to power, the rocket on top has like smoke and light coming out of the bottom of the rocket, and
it's just like diarrhea's out, like
it's
smoke and
neat.
flames. No, it needs to like shoot off.
It looks cool. If it shot off, then how would you get it back? You would just. It can't be actual fire. It would burn down your garage.
First of all, Rick, I don't know what you eat in that smoke comes out in that fashion, but it is a neat concept.
I make great tacos.
Spicy.
I think by what you've said, that's possibly debatable. But
I use year-old meat, and it's great. Fermented, right?
but it is really good. And
Silage.
all of the following will be leaving on July 28th. The Slocum's Joe Camp Bundle. And I don't
Got
think
it.
we've talked about this. I picked this
got
one
it.
up as well. And the primary reason I picked this one up is because of the donut bot.
Yeah.
There is a vending machine that is a little robot whose head is a donut case, and he's pink, and he does a little dance, and he's adorable, and I love him.
The donuts spin too in
The
in
donuts
case.
do spin, and they look delicious.
Yeah. My wife saw it, and she's like, "I want donuts."
Isn't the
Like,
donut
me
bot the
too.
best?
Can
I
we
love
all
donuts.
can we all agree though that they failed in the Slocum Joe's coffee
What?
mug that you can buy in the merch shop?
The one with the hole in it?
Yeah,
Yes!
that's dumb.
That
That's stupid.
is like an ultimate marketing failure.
Like,
Why
it
do they have
looks
to make the
cool.
cup flesh colored?
Oh, I didn't even.
Any
think
other
about that.
color. Make it
Ugh.
any other color and it's fine.
That's not where my mind went.
Oh, that's mine.
I
Mine
was
went-
just
I went right
concerned
there.
about the fact that it's a smaller amount of coffee in the mug, and also you can never
See,
be
Shalene,
completely
you're-
sure that the bottom of the mug is clean.
You're so innocent. Look at her and her hands on her face like
Oh, because you mean there's a hole you can stick. Oh, that's where your head went.
The Slocum's Joe Camp Bundle contains the Slocum's Joe Diner Bar Set, the vending machine, aka Donut Bot, black and red tile flooring, diner wallpaper, and murals that say good morning and good evening, and the Slocum's Joe neon sign, and that sign is pretty fantastic. There is
Mhm.
also a wall clock and little pink bar stools that are very, very cute. And
I
among
had to get that bundle.
Oh, isn't it good? And there's also a little caboose train car in it
Oh yeah, I
that is a
forgot about
prefab
that.
item. Yeah, it's really great. I'm thinking about maybe setting it up and putting all of my workbenches in there, but I don't have budget for anything. Among the greatest
Future.
hits currently in the Atom Shop, we've got several sales going on. The Green Thumb Bundle is 20% off at 1,200 atoms until August the 11th.
How
The
about
Down
that?
Home Dweller Bundle is 35% off at 650 atoms until August 4th. And all of the following are available until July 28th. The Winter Brick Fireplace, the Nighthawk Dragon Skin, the Cryptid Enthusiast Outfit, the Rustic Stash, the Log Cabin Bundle, the Hunter Safety Vest Set. I actually picked these up. I think they're pretty cute. The Race Car Bed, the Modern Metal Staircase, Aviator Fat Man Skin, and the Cheers Player Icon. We've also got until July 28th the Cement Tire Wall, which is on sale for Fallout First members
About
for a paltry 100 atoms, 80% off. You can get a bundle of 40 repair kits for 20% off, 800 atoms. Don't do that. Don't do that, guys.
that. No, don't do that.
The Blood Raider Excavator Power Armor Paint, 50% off at 500 atoms. That's gone. Never mind. All those other things are already gone. The Woodland Warrior Power Armor Paint Set is available until tomorrow. The Vault Tech Camping Canopies until July 26th. And the Go Away Neon Sign until July 27th. And that is your Ballistic Bargains update.
yay, ballistic bargains. We also have some IRL ballistic bargains. Shalene, do you want to also roll us through what's going on in the Bethesda shop? I know they've got some stuff available now for pre-order
Why, certainly.
and
There's-
sales.
There's some lovely new things available. And let's start off with the thing I'm most excited about, teddy bears.
Oh my gosh.
The teddy bears, the junk item in the game, are now available. I want a Comrade Chubbs. He's so cute. The little red Comrade Chubbs. His heart, his tummy is a little heart. He's so cute.
Now,
There's a
now
quantum-
are these supposed to be the Mr. Fuzzies?
No, Mr. Fuzzy's the cat.
Right.
These are the teddy bears.
Oh, right.
There's like
right.
8 varieties of teddy bear that you can get.
Right.
So we've got Comrade Chubbs available, the Quantum Bear, a classic teddy bear, and a bubblegum bear are all available. My favorite, of course, is Comrade Chubbs. and they look very soft and cuddly. And one I do take issue with the fact that they do not have that 1,000-yard stare eye creepiness going on.
I
These
mean,
are
you could
just-
probably do it,
yeah.
but these are pre-nuclear fallout.
These are just cute, adorable plushies, and I kind of want them to have those horrible eyes that stare into your soul the way they do in game.
They look really cute. They're like super chubby in the midsection.
They are. I actually kind of do want this Comrade Chubbs. I may have to.
And they're
I think I'm gonna order
They're
him.
12 inches in height, so that's probably
Mhm.
like that big, maybe.
I want the Slocum Joe's metal mug.
Yes, that one is very nice.
I really want that.
It's
But I need
beautiful.
I can't spend money.
I do take issue with metal mugs though because I tend to burn my lip.
I tend to put my coffee in the microwave, so that's a no-go.
Mm,
Also,
yeah, that's not good.
the handle.
do that?
The handle is too small for my meaty sausage man fingers, so
Mm.
don't judge me. Get out of here.
Judging you.
There's also an Annihilator Mark II Sentry Bot statue available at $95. They have a lot of statues that are really expensive. I assume they're high quality. I don't know. I'm not spending $95 on a statue.
I mean,
Um,
the Mr. Gutsy is $150, but it's also like 24 inches tall and it talks
Forget
to you.
that noise.
So,
Forget that noise.
The power armors are 400.
There is a pre-ordered t-shirt available that has a Sunset Sarsaparilla design. I think that's great. I feel like we have a definite lack of New Vegas love.
does it
sometimes from
come with the
Bethesda.
man? If I
I'd
order
rather
it,
think
will there be a
no.
man in the t-shirt?
After you put it on?
Oh, okay. I probably want to return it after that.
There is a lamp in Fallout 76. There are several lamps that are Nuka-Cola bottle shaped, and this one is a Nuka-Cola My Blood's in It bottle, which is fabulous. We'll talk about that a little more later.
Oh,
Oh, this is a callback to
Really good.
yes.
Yeah. And then we've got a new California Republic hat available. It's distressed baseball cap with the NCR flag on it.
Love it.
An NCR Enlist t-shirt, and this is fabulous. This is based on one of the two-headed bear Enlist Today in the new California Republic posters.
nice.
We've got a Nuka-Cola bar stool, which is an actual life-sized bar stool that you can put at the bar in your kitchen or at a countertop somewhere in your home. It's got that classic diner stool look with the Nuka-Cola design. There
Looks
is
good.
a Nuka World flag, a Sunset Sarsaparilla bottle opener, and this is based on an
Are-
in-game poster as well.
Oh, these are new items as well?
hmm
I didn't realize. I like
Yeah.
the bottle opener.
That bottle opener is one that you mount on the wall, so it's just attached to the wall.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And you just, like,
Looks
stick
really
your
great.
Like at the gas stations, you know, you just
Blesses.
Excuse me,
Blesses.
thank you.
That's swell, Dad.
Blesses.
I believe that's all of the new stuff that is available just now, but there are many returning items that are fantastic.
Mhm.
So,
There are also some on sale items that I want to just touch on briefly. You can get the Vault-Tec Stash Box 003 for $35, 50% off. It's regular $65. And I don't know if you guys are familiar with this, but it includes a random limited fig pin, 3 mystery items, and they're only limited to 650 units.
so it's kind of like a loot crate.
Yeah, it's kind of like Bethesda's own loot crate. So that is half price. Also, I'm not sure if it's half price, but you can also get the mystery tea grab bag. It's actually $10 right now, $25 value. These are in Canadian dollars, not freedom dollars. So you can get the grab bag for like $4 in the States. The Nuka Power Armor statue speaker. It's a regular $200 item. This is pre-order. It is $55. So that's like one heck of a deal. This Vault Boy fleece, which is terrible. I'm not even going to comment on that. The Pip-Boy journal is also on sale. The Vault-Tec University hoodie, which I really like. That is on sale, as well as the lounge pants. The special Fig Pin series is on sale, as well as the Vault Tech boy figure, the Nuka-Cola skis, and the pinup hoodie. So if you guys are looking for
Guys?
some...
Shipping for Comrade Chubs is $16.
In America.
Bad.
Yes, in America, the bear costs $20.
Okay.
Shipping is $16.
Let's see how much it is in Canada. Because shipping in Canada, it's going to be... It's wild.
I feel like we
Can-
need to just like spray Bethesda with the water bottle. No. No, Bethesda.
I
we-
don't
we-
even get... It just throws an error when I...
Can we talk about the Stein for a second?
Go ahead.
I think it looks great, and I definitely want a Stein. But if you try to drink out of that thing, have you looked at that logistically? That Old Man Winter's eyebrow is going to stab you in the face.
It's gonna be a lawsuit. I would probably drink too much beer and then it would just get everywhere. Shipping to Canada is $31.
Okay,
Are
since we're
you
playing
kidding
this
me
game,
with this nonsense?
The bear
Are you
is
kidding
the
me?
bear is $20. Shipping
Alright,
is
so-
$31.
Let's check.
I'm
let's
taking a
check the shipping
screenshot
to
of this
place.
and I'm sending it to Bethesda because that
This
is
is
just
ludicrous.
why would anybody
$16 shipping. This bear weighs like less than a pound. It's not going to cost $16 to ship this bear.
Ugh. This is why I never order anything from the Bethesda store. I'm sorry that I ever even added this to the Oh, I'm so mad right now.
$15, Shalene.
$15 to you.
Yeah, that makes
Well,
sense.
at least they're only charging me a $1 foreign country fee.
Actually, it's the size of the package that counts.
Anyways, so that's Fallout. That's Fallout Bethesda news. Yeah. Do we have any IRL stuff, or is this from last?
No, we do have some IRL stuff. Do you remember a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago, when we were like, guys, like the Pentagon came out and was like, yeah, that UFO. Remember we talked about Tom DeLonge released the UFO video of the Navy
Yes.
pilots seeing the thing? Yeah. So, all today there has been article upon article about how the Pentagon's UFO department was not disbanded in 2012, and in fact they're still ongoing, and in fact they're going to announce some big discoveries today. As of right now, I think they have not referenced them. However, get ready for this one, guys. I have seen many articles referencing a New York Times report, okay, that the Pentagon is quoted as saying they have aircraft in their possession that are not manufactured in this world.
Who said
let
this?
that one sink in. The Pentagon. Now these are
Okay,
reports. I don't
wait a
know how
minute.
true this is.
This article. What do you guys see when you scroll down?
It's redacted for you.
It's censored for Canadians.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Censored for Canadians.
What is happening right now?
Oh
right.
my goodness. We don't want you to know about the UFOs, apparently. It would make Canada too powerful to
Why
have all
is
of this
it
information.
censored? That's bullshit.
So there's a lot going on here. All right, so there's a lot going on. There have been UFOs, and I'm going to say UFO right now, as I'm saying it, is referencing an unidentified flying object in the sense that we don't know what it is. Okay, and not that it's extraterrestrial or anything like that. There have been UFOs flying over military bases for some time, and Marco Rubio has been quoted as saying, "I really hope that they're off-world." Because we don't want them to be from some other country because we've got no idea what they are or how they're doing this or what they're made out of. And again, like I said, I've seen a bunch of articles popping up where somebody from the New York Times is reporting the Pentagon is saying, I'm going to repeat it again, that they have things in their possession that were not of this world in manufacture. Like, I don't know if that's exactly true or not because it's a weird article to kind of trace down, but it's from a New York Times source and
Social
because it's
media.
2020, why not?
New York Times is just as much as Fox politically biased. So
Well,
I
I'm also
say,
looking-
show me
The New York Times is not what it used to be.
show
No,
me the
it's not.
metallurgy. Show me the metallurgy.
I'm just saying. Let's think about this for a minute. you know,
I do not have the emotional bandwidth to deal with aliens right now. I just, why did it have to be right now?
Yeah.
In
Well, it's a
2020?
distraction for November, don't you see?
maybe there's a lot of things to consider here. I mean, let's take it with a grain of salt. Um, you know, Popular Mechanics has even posted this, where the Pentagon has, quote, off-world vehicles not made on this Earth. So I'm seeing a lot more places pick this up. I don't know what it means. As far as I can tell, the Pentagon has not made that official announcement yet. Yeah, as recently as February, Pentagon. Well,
I mean, honestly, and I hate to I mean, I don't want to sound like rude, but anything that's coming out of the US these days is really on a
well,
napkin.
everything is always taken with a grain of salt. We do have to acknowledge that the UFO, and again, UFO in the context of we don't know what that thing is, those videos are quite real. And we
That's
really
true.
don't know what those things are. Now, whether or not they're extraterrestrial or it's some sort of technology that we are not aware of, that's also cause for concern from like a security standpoint. If somebody's making stuff that we don't know what the hell it is, um, but uh, but yeah. So to see multiple places talking about how that there's some stuff, even I think Tucker Carlson referenced that quote, and again, I'm taking all this with a grain of salt, but like, let's just have some fun with this. Let's just play with some news here. What if that's true? Like,
Cool.
what if what
I mean, if it's true, great. I mean, it kind of confirms my suspicion that there is more intelligent life beyond our planet.
Yeah, I mean, we've always agreed theoretically that there's got to be, right? I mean, there's no, like, Shalene, do you believe that there's something somewhere out there, maybe?
I believe there's a possibility. I also find it somewhat unlikely.
Sure. Like, I
I
completely understand that.
I can't with this, man. Like the way this year has been going, you guys, like the aliens are gonna come, they're gonna eat us or something.
So they're not going to come, and I'm going to tell you why. Because we're really stupid.
Yes, that's why they're gonna eat us. They're
No.
not even gonna recognize us as sentient life.
They're there,
They're gonna
and
be,
they're
"Oh, look at these
they're
clowns,
watching
let's
us.
eat them."
They're watching us like a TV series right now. They're sitting out there. They're going, look at these fools. They're totally destroying themselves. Let's just wait until they figure it out, and then we'll talk.
Well, that's what
Well,
I was
see,
saying.
that's if they're peaceable creatures. If maybe,
But we have no reason to assume that they're hostile either.
maybe they're gonna look at us and they're gonna see us like we're sea slugs, and they're just gonna think, you know what? Those sea slugs, they look delicious. Let's eat them.
I don't think we'll get that lucky.
I'm always on the side that anything that has the capability to fly in through outer space and survive and stuff is not the kind of race that is into warring.
They're enlightened.
Um,
Yeah.
because you.
Well, I
like,
mean, the only reason that humans have gone to space is to find new places to conquer
Exploit?
and blow up.
Yeah.
the only,
exactly.
Like, well, sure, but look how far that's gotten us. The moon, and we've gone there like 11,
Once,
12
maybe.
times. According to Spielberg. But all I'm saying is like I genuinely feel like prosperity and peace brings about discovery and expansion of technology and stuff like that, because you're not busy freaking destroying everything. So
But war creates innovation.
it does, but to a point. It always innovates to destroy, and then you're stuck rebuilding again. It's like a loop, and you don't really get ahead too far. So anyway,
War never changes, you guys.
so it doesn't. Well, that's here on Earth. But here's the thing: if they have the capability to come here and buzz us and go away, they would have done something already. Like
Would they?
like yes, because we're only going to get more technology. So if they wanted to ruin us, let's do it before they get any more tech. Like it's a
Maybe it
tactical
took them a
decision.
long time to get here. Maybe it was difficult.
There's
Maybe they
been
went
UFO sightings
astray.
since the 50s.
I think
Maybe-
they've seen us. They know how foolish and irrational we are as a species. That if we knew of their mere existence, that we would try to destroy them because we're totally inept
Absolutely.
in every way
We would.
possible. They have not
would make the
revealed
peaceable-
themselves because they already know what the consequence is going to be.
We would make the peaceable aliens warring aliens. is
What
we would do.
representative on our planet is going to peacefully allow first contact right now?
Greta Thunberg.
You know who I want
not
to be the
wrong.
one to talk to the aliens is the guy who convinced Nintendo to make the no, the guy who
Bowser?
No, the guy who convinced Nintendo to make that XCOM game with Mario
Oh.
characters and guns and because if he can talk Nintendo into making a hardcore XCOM game with Nintendo characters and actual guns, then I feel like he's the golden tongued person that we want to represent humanity.
I thought you were gonna reference. I think was it Kobe Bryant who went to like North Korea to like free some people or something. I was like, yeah, that'll work.
Kobe Bryant?
But I forget who it was. Some like NFL or NBA player went to like North Korea to hang out with Kim Jong or something.
Oh no, that was Rodney.
Dangerfield?
No.
King.
Rodman.
Dennis Rodman.
We'll get there. But my theory is that the aliens are gonna land and they're gonna be like, all right, look, so the COVID thing, you guys just didn't. Here's the vaccine.
Yeah.
Chill
Good-
out,
that was a
and
good
we'll be
try.
back in a decade.
Good
We'll be
try.
Back in a decade
Here's
to
the
see if
answer.
you've solved it, 'cause you just blew that one all over the launch pad.
That was a practice, and you failed.
Or they're going to be like, okay, COVID has Tinderized you all very nicely,
Here's a new virus. Do it.
and now we are going to cook and eat you.
The other thing too that you guys shouldn't forget about is the Earth's natural defenses, like the flu.
Yes.
You gotta remember, there's a lot of stuff on Earth that will kill living things, but then again, we don't know what exactly. But anyway, I just find this all fascinating because I've been a fan of like UFOs and weird stuff like that, and I always like figure out this. I always figure there's a nugget of truth in when you keep seeing things over and over again. So I don't necessarily think that we have in our possession pieces from extraterrestrial craft. I mean, I'd be really surprised if we did.
So
But
how is it that
they've
how is
found
it that
something.
how is
They've
it that
found something.
hackers? I mean, if hackers can get into the Pentagon, how is it that they don't already have this information?
What are you referencing? Hackers getting in the Pentagon. What do you?
Like the Pentagon has been hacked before, hasn't it?
Yes, but I doubt
it's-
all of it
It's had
has.
it's had the website shut down, which has nothing to do with like, dude, data servers that have like important information are usually air gapped and completely off the grid or on some sort of weird intranet. So it would have to be like an internal leak or something like that. You can't just like walk in.
Well,
into
and I think
to a
Joshy's
Steam
right. I think
server.
that this is just. I mean, I think you're right, Rick. There's a nugget of truth in there somewhere, but I think it's
Yeah.
more of a distraction than anything.
I am so cautious to call things distractions because it's so easy for humans to consider unknowables or things that we can't understand a conspiracy. And I can't go that far with like how anything that comes up that may be truthy breaking news during an election year, it's just a distraction because it's during election year. I have trouble. Like these videos were talked about and released far before election talks. So, I
Right,
mean,
but instead of releasing article just with this little clickbaity not made of this world and then redact it for Canadians,
That's because you guys don't have jaws, right?
can you
Like, just-
can you send me the real can you send me the well, actually this I wouldn't actually call this real cuz it's coming out of Fox. But can you send me the actual
technically Fox
article
6.
that
Yeah.
I
It's
don't
New
know.
York Times.
I don't trust
Anyway.
anything anymore.
I
It
know,
says
I
at the
just found
bottom
it
it says
interesting.
suggest a correction. I'm not going to give them my email. Are you crazy?
I found it interesting.
I think it is very interesting. I think that Americans and everybody everywhere deserve real hard evidence that proves that they have aircrafts that are not of this planet.
Yeah,
but
I
I
don't
think
don't-
until then we can't believe that.
I don't think that they physically got stuff. I think that it's going to be like, hey, we've spotted things that are like 99% not built from here.
Watch,
Like,
it's
I think
like
it's, more
it's
that
a car that never
that
made it
route.
off production. The Chevy Tahoe.
so
It never
I
made it
saw-
off production.
I saw Joe Rogan tweet that image out. That's where I first saw it. And so I commented on that thing. I said, in quotes, I said, upon further investigation, they discovered that the aircraft were actually aircraft built in a shed in Leeds by a man named Bob. The Pentagon has gone on to say that they really don't know much, and they've gone back to planning world domination using Tinker Toys. That was my comment. It's like I could see it, like some dude in Britain who's just like, well, I built this thing out of my shed, and it's like that's what we thought was like extraterrestrial. But anyway, I just find it all fascinating, and it's fun because in 2020 we need a little bit of lighthearted news.
Crate and Barrel says the longer this conversation goes on, the more I want X-Files reboot with the three of you.
I'm for it.
We would just be bickering. So anyway, that's all. I just thought it was interesting.
Shalene, I'm going to need you to turn in your gun and your badge.
Me, who's never seen
I'm
X-Files,
closing.
wander
I'm
off.
closing the X-Files again. Oh my God, what have you guys been playing this week? Oh wait, let me do the thing.
Pretty
Oh,
good
that's the
casting.
wrong
Rick
thing.
as Mulder, me as Scully, and Bender as Skinner.
Yeah, I didn't mean to deliberately cut you off there. Sorry.
okay.
Wow.
Sorry.
I've never seen the X-Files.
What? That's egregious, Rick. Fix that.
I'm not surprised because there's so many great shows that you haven't watched, but we're gonna let
There's
that
so many
one
great
slide
shows
too.
you haven't watched.
Yes.
But there is no show like X-Files.
There is also no show like that Fallout show.
It's true.
And we should probably return to it.
Why?
Rick, what you been playing?
Fallout 76. So in Fallout 76, I know we've talked about how we've lived at WJLG Lake for some time. Well, I was tired of the constant. It was getting to be a bad neighborhood. The super mutants were moving in, and I don't like mutants, and so I needed to move out to get away from them. They kept showing up with mini
That's
guns and
racist.
blowing hole. It's muted geneticist. Muticist? Anyway, they were showing up at my house and using miniguns to blow holes through my turrets and my walls and my generators. So screw them. And one time I showed up and an Alpha Deathclaw was in front of my house fighting said super mutants with miniguns. And I was like, it's time to move. So I moved to where it's a nice flat area with like wheat grain, Purple Mountain's majesty in the distance there, in the Cranberry Bog where it's safe and calm and nice.
It's
is where I
near
decided
Dr.
to move.
Seuss Forest.
It is near Dr. Seuss Forest. And I built a fort around Pylon for the monorail. So I've got like a four-cornered fort. And what really inspired this was I saw like the barn roof that has like that. It's the single square roof that has the little square on top. And I was like, what could you use that for? Like, where would you place that on the roof? And how would you? I was like, oh, that'd be really cool to have as like four corners of a fort, So I built this fort out of brick, put 2 American flags up. There's a turret and a heavy turret and a missile launcher on each side. And like a workshop in the center, and it's just like really cool. Raider Punk is my companion. He's got a little room in the corner. I have my little room in the corner. I have a Raider Vendertron walking around collecting ammo for me. That I drop on the ground, so he picks it up and puts it in a little container and talks about how he's going to burn down my camp.
I love that Raider bot.
One
He's
day.
great.
One day.
Yeah, he's like, I'm going to burn this camp down.
He
And then,
wonders what human flesh tastes like.
Yes. My other favorite, he's like, I would love some Nuka Shine. I hear it's a real trip,
Oh yeah, the
Um,
junk Vendertron.
Mhm.
Yeah,
No,
he's my favorite.
Oh, yeah.
The
So it's
Collectron, is that what it is?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this one's the Raider one, so he collects guns and ammo. Or
And
chems.
Ken's.
Well, you can pick between the two.
I'll
I have
bet
him-
you can guess which I chose.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. So I'm all excited. I like my little camp area every time I spawn in, although there's mole rats that pop up and attack, but they're nothing. So I did that in the main game. We've been doing a lot of challenges together. I don't think there's really much to talk about because I haven't really focused on the story in a while. I need need to finish that. Let's switch gears real quick and talk about Nuclear Winter. We've been getting pretty good at the Nuclear Winters. We've been in the top 10 for the most part every match we play, and it's usually the top 5. So I'm really proud of the three of us and what we can do with some randoms sometimes. You know, those guys that just show up and we played with a couple cool randoms. I'm still upset that we were not able to befriend. I can't remember his name now. I guess maybe I'm not that upset. But the whole bullets hurt less than the rejection guy, Shalene.
He was wonderful.
Yeah, and so we've been doing pretty good with the Nuclear Winter Challenges, and it's been really fun to play together. And last night, though, was an exception to this rule. We're like, so whenever we play in Morgantown, it's usually Morgantown is the map. And our first round, we always pick the golf course to spawn in on. It's tradition, you know. So like we load up, and we're like, all right, tradition, let's go. We load in. So last night it was a spicy drop in tradition. And
Very spicy.
It was very spicy. And I can't remember. Shalene, did you die in the golf course?
I don't
See, I can't
recall.
remember
No, you died first.
Usually. Yes, I did.
And
I died because I got a radium rifle and I heard some guys above me and I was like, I ambush them. And I popped out of a bush with my radium rifle and wood armor, and there's a dude in marine armor with a 50 cal. And I was like, crap. And he murdered me. And I think you and Archon ran off.
yes.
You in an OFT.
Yeah, we went
and-
along that cliffside.
Yeah. So what happened with you guys in that round?
I don't even remember. It all blurred together.
And so so after that, we're like, all right, that didn't happen. Let's forget it. All right, Flatwoods. That's where we'll go. We spawned into Flatwoods, and I think we both shot at a guy on a hill. And this is what happened with your ghoul thing, so I'll let you talk about that later.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, I'm still mad at you, Archon, by the way. I'm still annoyed. So we are on this hillside, right, in Flatwoods. The three of us are in pretty close range to each other. We don't have much gear at all. Very little gear. It's gone poorly so far. I do have a pole hook, and I saw this ghoul up the hill. I was really excited. I was like, okay, guys, I'm going to go take him down. So I start running up the hill to this ghoul, and I draw back my pole hook, and like just before I swing, I hear the twang of a crossbow, and the ghoul crumpled at my feet as I swung at it, and I was livid. And actually, like to his credit, the shot was a good shot, and the timing was impeccable. But I'm still mad at you. So annoyed.
One of these days, all I want to do is pop a stealth boy, grab a pole hook, right, and then like take a bunch of chems, so I had to do a lot of melee damage, and I want to walk up behind someone unsuspecting, and go on to area chat and be like, exit stage right, and then like hook him with the pole hook and like kill him like Snagglepuss. That's all I want to do. Anyway, so that didn't go so well that game, because what we ended up doing was, after that ghoul incident, we went over this hill, and
you were a bit down the hill from Archon and I.
Yeah, but
and you started calling for help because you had
dude,
seen a person.
and I was shooting at him, and he shot at me, and I had to fall back.
Mm-hmm. And we didn't come as fast as we should have, because I was like sputtering with anger, like the disrespect. Whew, I was so annoyed.
Yeah, they're arguing as somebody's running by them, and then Shalene does turn to start like peppering him as he goes to the hill, but he's lucky and he gets away. But what happened in that match is we went over the hill. There's a road, and there was Sutton on the other side, and somebody was sneaking up along the road. So I was like, I'm gonna go behind him and pop, you know. So I get down there, and he's shooting at some guys in front of him, and I and kill him. Archon gets downed. I hop up on the road, and I kill the guy that downs Archon. I think Shalene gets Archon up.
Mm-hmm.
And then I get zipped from Sutton, and then Archon gets sniped from Sutton. And then I think, Shalene, you got away. So,
I got away. I had a tiny scrap of health.
you did.
And I was hiding, and I was like, whew. that was a close call, but I made it. And then I turned around and there was a mutant hound who killed me with a single bite.
Yeah, he just went, "Arr!" and then she was dead. So it was just like, oh, ow. So then that was that round. So we're like, all right. So this third round is going to be a gem. This is going to be the one that's like perfect. And so we're like, all right, let's go to the penitentiary. Let's go there. So we pick it, and it goes 3, 2, 1, and then it shows everybody else, and everybody's at the penitentiary.
There were like 12 people there. It was bananas.
So, all right, let's do this. So I spawn in, and I hear the BB crate, and I'm like, oh, good crate. So I run in, I grab this crate, open it all up, and I got an automatic handmade. Perfect. Great, let's rock them. So I walk outside, and there's a dude, and we get into a firefight, and he's got a grenade launcher, because of course that happens all the time. And he's jumping around, he's firing grenades completely not at me, and I drop him, and he goes down. I get zipped at from some direction, and I run back into a building, and I hear bloop, 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 and I'm like, ooh, another crate, good. So I go into that one, it's a 50 cal and some armor. I was like, yes. So I pop back out of this thing, and I down a second player, and I walk around and I kill that guy, and I walk around the canister and kill the guy that I first downed, so nobody can get him up. At that point, somebody hits me real hard from behind, and I drop down on my knees. And there was a third guy too that I put down on his knees too, and then from behind I get hit down from my knees. So I'm like, I need help, guys. And Archon has run off because he's like, I thought we were fleeing, you know?
Yes.
We were...
And I had come outside the wall of the prison, and I was making my way around, and there's a big gap in the prison wall on the back side. And through this, I could see Rick on his knees, and there are a few guys in the area. There's one that's downed near Rick. And I'm like, okay, I mean, it's Rick, it's my bro. I can't leave him. And I knew in my heart that I was not going to survive this trip, but I had to go. And I thought, maybe I can get him up and we can get out of there. And I walk in, and I should have gone straight to picking Rick up, but I did have this Grognak axe in my hand. And there was an enemy there on his knees. And I took that swing, and it felt good, man. It felt good. And I died instantly.
She did.
I was shredded by that guy's teammates, just shredded. But I did get to take one of them down with me, and we had a good death.
And we died, like the hands, like we're like, I'm trying to think. There was a movie where the two protagonists, like the two protagonists in the movie, like the funny, it was like a comedy, and it was like a Western, I think, and their fathers had fought together and also died together, like hand in hand, and they like
don't remember it.
I feel like it was a Jerry Lewis and Dean Martin flick. Anyway. It's gonna bug me now, but I felt like that, like we were in a firefight and we crawled to meet each other on the dusty floor. And we're like, Ben, like, come here, Shalene, Rick. Oh yeah, we died hand in hand, like we did it, kind of thing. Because it was very much like you turn the corner, axe, dead, died. So, and Archon had just run off. So yeah, it was just, and then so we're like, forget it. To do this challenge, I'm going to take a new character in. Archon's going to take a new character in. And we'll just...
I had already achieved my challenge, so I set the next round out.
Yeah, so we drop in on the golf course, and again, spicy drop. Everybody's there. I had a crossbow. Me and Archon tag team and take one person down. And as soon as that person goes down, I run over to, like, quickly grab some ammo or something, and then just drop dead. And I was like, you know what? I'm done tonight. I can't play more than 5 minutes. I just done. But the Nuclear Winter stuff is going really good. I'm trying to think. We got a couple of overseers the last week or two. We got first place a good bit. And we're usually come in like second or third. The L Yankee 69. What are my PC handles? My PC doesn't have handles. What is it? Rick McVick?
I don't even know.
That's the name. I think it's Rick McVick 31.
I think mine is Shalene L. I'm not sure.
Yours is Shalene L. I think mine's Rick McVick 31 or either Rick McVick. I'm not quite sure, but there you go. So me and Archon are playing this one round. I can't remember if you were there or not, Shalene. I think you were. No, you weren't there for this one. And so me and Archon are crouched down. We're in cover. We're in bushes, and we're like looking around, like, all right, let's see. I don't see anyone. I don't hear anyone. And it was like one of those movies where you hear the bullet coming, you know. So it's like, and then like me and Archon go down, bop, bop, like that, you know, dead. And we're like, hacker, freaking hacker, because there's no way somebody's that good to get 2 clean headshots.
Is this the Elf 76 match?
No. And then we're like, let's see what happens here. And it goes to the spectator screen, and the dude is 20,000 feet in the air, just running around with no gun, shooting. And then sometimes he has a gun, and it's like, and he's just running through the sky, just headshotting people from in a minute. We're like,
the hacking is bad.
So, and then we found Elf 76, one game.
2 games in a row.
Yeah, 2 games in a row.
What
And
is Elf 76?
Elf
A hacker.
76 was a notorious hacker of the day, where apparently Archon had read about him. It was
Reddit.
like the Predator, like it was, because we looted the penitentiary, we're pretty geared up, and then we keep seeing Elf 76 pop up in the corner, like Elf 76 killed so and so, and Archon's like, guys,
Oy.
I read about this guy on Reddit, and we're like, all right. We're gonna go down fighting. We're gonna go down fighting because we're gonna die, and we know it's gonna be by L76. It's like the Predator, you know. And I'm walking through the woods, and all of a sudden, dead L76, and I'm like, no! Where was he? Like materialized out of the tree. I didn't even see
He was
the tri laser
teleporting.
dot. Yeah, and he would like zip around, and then like he locked onto Shalene and dropped her, and Archon, dropped her. 2 matches in a row this happened with L76.
So annoying.
And you guys are.
yeah.
How does that make you feel?
It was annoying.
happens.
Yeah.
But it happens like rare enough, and then you just load into another game. It's
Mhm.
fine, you know. At least what I like about this 76 is at least the hackers are super clear enough that you know who's hacking. And it's not like when we would play PUBG or
And
some
we
other kind of game.
suspected there
and we
was an aimbot.
Yeah.
There's-
And go ahead.
Mhm. It's so blatant in Nuclear Winter that like you died to a hacker.
And it's usually like 1 game a night, but it's not like
One
I'd
game
say
a
it's rarer
night.
than that. It's rarer than that.
rarer than that. Yeah.
I'd say it's
It's-
more like 1 game a week.
And it's such a low stakes thing. I don't know how they've achieved it, but it's like the only game where I've encountered hackers where it hasn't royally pissed me off. Because usually I die before I get to like team number 2. You know what I mean? And you see them in the kill window anyway when they're like killing everybody. You're like, oh well, I know how this game's gonna end. I'll just try to survive as long as I can, which is how you get XP anyway. So it's not even by kills. So it's yeah, whatever. Comes with the territory. Now, Battlefield 5 is where I hate hackers. That ruins the game. Like, ruins it. So, anyway,
Yeah.
that's my gameplay.
I did in Nuclear Winter. I hit level 50 in Nuclear Winter, and I was really excited about it because when you hit level 50, you get to go to the secret room where Zax's brain is. So I went back there with Zax and got to hang out. And Archon, of course, has been level 50 for a while, and he just hangs out in there, being elite and wearing a monocle and laughing at us plebs who can't get in. So I was really
protesting the other
excited
day.
to be able to go in.
Do you remember that?
Yes, it was
I
hilarious.
was doing like thumbs down emotes because I couldn't get
He
there.
was standing at the laser grid, like, ah.
Down with the 1%.
But I was really excited to hit level 50. It felt like an accomplishment hitting level 50 in Nuclear Winter. So
Totally is. Totally
it was
is.
lovely. I've also been doing a lot of adventure mode stuff in addition to our Nuclear Winter shenanigans. I think I mentioned the story of my magnificent hat on GameStack, but I want to tell it on this podcast as well. So one day I log on to do the homework, and I'm at my camp doing all those things that you do before you really get into the game. I was sleeping to get the well-rested bonus. I was making sure that my pockets were as empty as they could be so I had room for stuff, and just puttering around my camp, making sure my armor was patched up and all of these different things. And another player popped into my camp and was shopping at my vending machine. And this character was wearing the most magnificent headdress. It was just beautiful. It was beautiful. It was a like a sheep's head with the sheep's wool flowing down the back, like magnificent white hair. And then it had the horns curving forward. It was glorious. It was a thing of beauty. And so I go on area chat and I tell the person, hey, man, I love your hat. That is a stupendous hat. I just really, really nice. You look great. And a little while, a minute or so passes, and he comes and stands in kind of a clear area of my camp, and a little package appears, and his hat is gone, and he's left me his hat in this little package. And I was like, really? Are you serious? And he's like, yeah, take it. So I take the hat, I put it on, and I was so happy. And then he put some sunglasses down to go with the hat. So I put on the sunglasses, and I was so happy. And I was like, sir, this is awesome. Is there anything you need that I might have? Like, this is so nice of you. And then he leaves me a little stack of legendary weapons and just pieces out. It was so nice. It was so nice. And then yesterday I was running around with Archon, and we found somebody that had a bunch of these hats in their vending machine, priced at like 7,500 caps. So this was not a paltry gift that this guy gave me. So I was really, I was delighted to get this lovely hat.
Nice.
I also ran my first Project Paradise, Archon and I. I'd never done the Project Paradise event before. This is the one that's in the basement at Arctos Pharma, and it takes a pretty good crowd of people to complete this one. And I was asking Archon, like, hey, what's the hat is called the Imposter Sheep Squatch hat, I believe, to answer the question in chat. So I asked Archon to explain, like, what are we doing in this event? What's going on here? And he tells me, well, we're going to get friendly versions of creatures and we have to protect them. I'm like, okay, I hope it's not a Snallygaster, I tell him, because I hate Snallygasters, and I think I would have a hard time, protecting a Snallygaster. And out rolls Hamlet, the Snallygaster. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to do my best. And Hamlet the Snallygaster, being tame, I got to really appreciate the horror that is the Snallygaster, because he wasn't running around trying to kill me. He was just standing there. And all of the eyes all over his body would just blink all together at the same time. Oh,
Not his fault.
oh. I know, but ooh. So Hamlet the Snallygaster, we protected him, and he made it through the event. And I hope that he has a good life. I hope that Hamlet enjoys the rest of his life. I feel like the world is against him. The deck is stacked against Hamlet the Snally. So I wish you well, Hamlet. But we completed Project Paradise. I really enjoyed it. We've been playing our baby characters that we created new with Wastelanders, Archon and I. And we've been rolling through the Wastelanders story with them. I am going to do some minor spoilers of the story, but it's been out so long. I think I'm the only one who hasn't finished it. You and I, Rick,
I haven't finished it.
hosts of the Fallout podcast, are the only people who have not finished the Wastelanders storyline.
Yep.
Never mind. Go ahead.
And I was really, really pleased to see that they did something interesting with that vault simulation area of Vault Tech University. So I went through the vault simulation quest in there. Have you been through that, Rick? It's so neat. It's really, really neat.
The vaults. Yes, I did do that. Yep.
And I really, really appreciated that it was that they did something interesting with that area. I also did the section of the quest to create the vaccine, and made some Nuka-Cola, and my blood's in it, and that was really, really fun. I somehow managed to not have that spoiled for me, and I cackled when I saw that selection come up. I just cackled with laughter at Nuka Cola. My blood's in it. So that was wonderful.
I mean, the
really enjoyed
concept's not far from the truth.
it.
Yeah, it's like
It was really funny. Also, I've made a new character for times that I'm just too sleepy to get through all of the homework, and I need to level up, and I can't level up Gym Justice because it will take too long. And since we're using this character to cheese the challenges, I named her Quesadilla, and that's my gameplay. Quesadilla is lovely.
I'm hungry.
She's a lovely woman.
nice.
I want Chipotle.
Nice.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've had a ton of fun playing Fallout 76.
it's been a good time.
Sounds like you guys have had some fun. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have any emails, but if you guys are interested in sending us an email, info@wejustlovegames.com is where you can send them. We will read them out on the show, talk about it, offer up our opinions, our thoughts, our ideas. Do you guys have anything to announce before we...
Yes, I do. I apologize for all you who are drooling for the next Dick's Picks radio thing, but I missed it last weekend. But I'm going to do it this Sunday. Probably in the morning, maybe in the evening. I've got some time off coming up, so I'm going to be doing a lot of record streaming. And what I'm talking about is in the Discord channel, there's a video or an audio channel called Dick's Picks Radio Show, and then there's like a text channel where we talk and stuff in it. And what I do is I actually play vinyl, and I have a bunch of vinyl that I have listened to and haven't listened to, so I play it because it's fun and people seem to enjoy it. So I'll be doing that this Sunday. I'll let everyone know in the Discord when I'll be doing it. So stay tuned for that.
Great. Shalene, any announcements?
Nope.
Any news on Dames Who Game, or perhaps a potentially second Dame Stack episode?
I mean, we can do another Dame Stack. I'm sure the Dames would be up for it.
I want to. I miss them. They're fun.
Yeah, let's talk. I will talk to the Dames.
All right.
I'll let them know that you guys.
That's Rick and I. We're serving that ball into your court.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe this time though, you guys should be on Dames.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't care. They're just fun, and they're So
They are fun, aren't they? Lovely people. So listen to Dames Who Game, the podcast that I do with Jen, Jess, Sherry, Sarah, and Sarah. It's a fabulous show. We have a great time.
It's wonderful. And I'm streaming regularly Monday, Tuesday evenings, Friday here on the podcast, sometimes after the show as well, Saturday and Sunday mornings. Tomorrow morning we're doing a partial server takeover on the Sea of Thieves with some lovely people from the community. So be sure to join me tomorrow morning for that, 7 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, 9 Eastern Standard Time. You can find us on Twitter at That Fallout Show, at We Just Love Games, Shalene at Shalene L, Rick at Rick McVick, and myself at Vendertron Inn. We also have a Facebook presence. You can find That Fallout Show on facebook.com/That Fallout Show, also /groups/That Fallout Show. And our Facebook page.com/We Just Love Games, facebook.com/groups/We Just Love Games as well. Don't forget to like, subscribe to this video, and as it's posted on YouTube, youtube.com/We Just Love Games. We record live right here on twitch.tv/We Just Love Games every Friday. Next week, you can expect a new episode of Game Stack podcast coming to your ear holes. And you can find our show on iTunes, Stitcher Radio, iHeartRadio, Spotify, all of your regular podcast listening platforms. Don't forget to leave us a review on iTunes, and we will shout you out on the show, 5-star review. And make sure that you tune in next week for Game Stack. Thanks for listening, guys. Shalene, last word?
Nuka Cola. My blood's in it.
Good night.